To do your carving, remember, you don't want to do texture. You don't want to put a bunch of holes or anything like that in there. That might be good and valid, but what you want to make sure that you do is just bring out the forms all over your project and exaggerate them. For instance, if I'm looking around, first I'll just try to see if I can bring out what's already there. Like this right here is coming out. So I like to start usually with this hoop tool right here, and I could just like come in and bring this form out more. You start with a trench. Take the trench, and then you got to make sure you round all the edges and bring that form out. You're going to do a lot of rounding, round right to the middle of the forms. Robbie, make sure you're watching up here. I'm not going to be doing this long. So I'll just round this out as much as I can. I could take this into the other section over here. So this maybe could move down into this part right here. So I could start carving, bringing that out more. So that moves here to this form down at this other part on the bottom. This clay's a little soft, so definitely this is the tool to start with. It helps you get going the fastest. Later, when it's drier, you definitely start experimenting with this one. Especially when it's wetter though, you want to like use this rounded tool here. So I'll round out this edge right here to make this a different form.
My arm came off. How do I get it back on?
Right now we're doing this. Okay. Are you? Now, so you see, I'm just trying to bring out those forms, and I could just impose on different places too. Like, let's say right in this area right here, or how about this area right here? This is kind of flat right here, so I definitely would want to make sure that I activate this area somewhat. So I have this hole right here, so I can just take this right here, start the trench. So you want to make sure all these clay bits and pieces that are dropping, yeah, make sure you pick those up. If they go on the floor, it's to put them back in the dry clay bin. Like, I'll dig as deep as I can. The biggest thing you want to make sure you do is go as far as you can. Push the exaggeration. Push that exaggeration. Now this is a trench I want to round out the edges for, right like that. You want the hills and the valleys. You want them rounded hills. Bringing out this. It's all going to be cleaned up eventually. I can make more holes if I want. Like right here, it's kind of, I think it's going, no, it's not true yet. But I could make this another hole. This is flat right here. I could come in and maybe just take this whole section down right here. So this is a ridge that's coming up like this on top, to the top of the piece. Start sculpting that out. And this is going to be like maybe another boulder down here. So again, you're just bringing out these separate forms. Maybe I'll even break out the top a little bit and have this be a rounded edge. But I want to round that edge big time. Round it out. Don't want to leave any angles on your forms. Round them out. You dig the trench deep, and you round it out. Have this boulder wrapping around into this form down here. Round that out. Round out the edges. So I'm doing this quick and furious. You guys are just going to do it slow, thoughtful, and make sure you're really looking at it careful and doing your forms justice, your surface justice. So as you see, this is a little bit flat there, not a lot sculpted. I just went and brought all these things out big time, digging as deep as I can. If you have thickness in your clay, everybody has thickness they need to get out still. Pay attention to that too, because I want you to use that thickness to sculpt with it. Just don't dig it up, sculpt with it. Come in and around. Like if this is a thick piece here, you'll come around, carve underneath it so that caves in underneath. Okay? Can you get a little better idea? Alright, thank you. Press that.